Hi everyone, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an American expat living in Malaysia, and I like to share my life and travels with you. Well, as many of you know, I'm in Siem Reap this week, and it's just been wonderful so far. And I'm going to make a whole video on Siem Reap for you, but I needed to get something done for this Saturday, so I thought I would just tell you about how easy it is to travel in Southeast Asia, particularly from KL. Sound good? Stay tuned. A few days ago, when I was flying over from KL to Siem Reap, I just realized that I'm not sure everybody knows how easy it is to travel in Southeast Asia. Now, I don't do it nearly as much as I should, but I'm going to do more of it because not only is it easy, short distances, but very, very affordable too. For instance, Siem Reap is less than 2 hours from Kuala Lumpur, and it's just so easy to get to. It's a direct flight, you don't have to change planes or anything. I was doing some research this morning to see how much it costs to go to different places, and I was sort of surprised that Siem Reap is not the cheapest place to go to from Kuala Lumpur, but it's still not bad. I paid about $150 round trip, which is kind of high. I think you can do better than that, but still, that's not bad, $75 each way. But most places are even less than that. So I'm going to go through a few of them and let you know what it's like to travel so easily in Southeast Asia. I've been to Bangkok many times, and that's only a 2.5-hour flight from KL. Now, that's not the cheapest either, but it's about $87 round trip. Now that's nothing really. And for a 2.5-hour ride, I think in the US, if you had a 2.5-hour flight, it'd be way more than $87 round trip. And Bangkok's a wonderful place to visit, a thriving, huge city with so much to do. I highly recommend it. Now I just put the random dates of September 25th through 30th into the search engine so that the comparisons will be the same. The flight for those dates to Siem Reap, however, which is a 2-hour flight, like I said, is $200 round trip. That's quite a bit more. Maybe it's just this time of year, I'm not sure. But it's low season, so it should be less than that. Anyway, I know you can do it cheaper than $200. I mean, mine was $150. And I know you can do it cheaper than that, too. There's so much to see in Siem Reap, too. Angkor Wat, of course, and all the other ruins, just incredible. And it's good to come in the off-season. It's rainy season right now, so there's far less tourists here, and it's not going to be so crowded at the ruins. My friends Jeremy and Claire from For Real live here in Siem Reap, and I'm visiting them, and they've been taking me all around, and it's so special to be there with somebody who actually lives in the city and not just have to rely on a tour guide or something like that. It's just wonderful, and I know I'm going to be back visiting them many, many times, especially because it's so close. Like I said, I'm doing a whole video on Siem Reap, so you can just wait for that, because I'm not going to go too much into it right now. Another one of my favorite places to go in Southeast Asia is Hanoi in Vietnam. It's quite a bit farther. Let's see. It's about a 3.25-hour flight from Kuala Lumpur, and I found prices for that about $143 round trip, and that's amazing. And once you're in Hanoi, you can take a quick hop down to Da Nang and Hoi An, and there's other fabulously interesting places near there too. Ha Long Bay is wonderful, but you can get there by car, or taxi, or bus. And then there's always the beautiful overnight cruises on Ha Long Bay, something you need to do once in your lifetime. Now I think you can probably fly even less expensively to Ho Chi Minh City, formerly Saigon, but I just don't think that's as interesting a place. It's just not as historic looking and beautiful as Hanoi or northern Vietnam. Just my opinion, but I think a lot of people would agree. It's a 4-hour flight from Kuala Lumpur to Hong Kong, which still isn't bad, and you can do that for $200 to $300. Now that sounds like a lot, but like I said, I'm just comparing the same dates. I'm sure you can do it cheaper other times. But even so, it's not that bad. In Hong Kong, there's a million things to do. It's just a fascinating city. And beautiful too, with the best food. I don't think I've ever had as good dim sum as I've had in Hong Kong. It's the best. An easy trip from Kuala Lumpur is to fly down to Singapore for the weekend or something. Now, Singapore is a very expensive city to visit. The prices are astronomical compared to Malaysia or other parts of Southeast Asia, that's for sure. But it's only a 1-hour flight from Kuala Lumpur, and you can do it for about $80, $80 to $90 round trip. But actually, most of the travel I like to do inside of Malaysia is by bus. I'm sure you've all seen me on the Aeroline luxury bus from Penang to KL and back. It's the best. And they go to Singapore too. We took that to Singapore for our last cruise, and it was good. I mean, it takes longer than flying, but it's actually about the same price. But if you want to see the scenery and stuff, it's a nicer way to go than flying. Another popular quick trip from Kuala Lumpur is to go to Phuket in Thailand. And from there you can go to Krabi and all kinds of islands around there. It's just amazing, with the most crystal clear water I've ever seen in my life. But that flight, which only takes an hour and a half, is about $80 round trip. Can't beat that. I mean, actually, when you think about it, you're flying to a whole nother country for a round trip fare of $80. Unbelievable. You can also fly to Penang from KL, and it's less than an hour, I tell you. And you can fly there round trip for $39. The problem with that is the airport in Kuala Lumpur is an hour away from my house. And so that adds actually more time than the air time. So actually that's why I prefer to take the bus. But you can't beat the price at $39 round trip. And Langkawi Island, which is close to Penang, is also just a 1-hour flight for $60 round trip. Langkawi is the most beautiful island on the west coast of Malaysia. I haven't been to the east coast yet, and I'm going to be going there soon. I really want to get there so I can tour and show everyone how wonderful and beautiful the east coast of Malaysia is. So those are just a few examples of places you can go quickly for not much money from Kuala Lumpur. I think of Kuala Lumpur as being like a hub, and you can just go branch out to go anywhere in Southeast Asia very easily and very inexpensively. It makes it a delightful place to live. As you can probably hear, I'm still getting over my cold, which has made me sort of slow down here in Siem Reap. But that's wonderful because I really need to relax. I was sort of all keyed up from that Nomad Capitalist Live event, which was incredible, but I think it just sort of wore me out. So it's really nice just to have a week to relax with friends in Siem Reap, and the food here is amazing. Boy, I'm going to have much more on that later. You can be sure of that. So I hope you found this little video helpful. I really wanted to get something up for Saturday. I hate to miss a Saturday, and I never do. I don't think I have. Maybe one time since I've started my channel. But this just gives everyone an idea of how it is in Southeast Asia, how close everything really is, and how easy it is to just hop around, go for a weekend, go for a few days, and it just doesn't cost very much. It's a wonderful way to live. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and check the notification box too so you won't miss any of my future videos. Well, today it's raining here in Siem Reap, but it looks like it might clear up later, and Jeremy and I are going to go get haircuts, just us boys. Claire's going to stay behind and do something else. And later, if it clears up, we're going to go to Angkor Wat after 5:30, because after 5:30 it's free. You can't go in the temples, but you can just go near them. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay the entrance fee to the park. So next time you see me, I'm going to have a fresh haircut, and hopefully my cold will be gone. I hope to get a wonderful video all about Siem Reap up by next weekend. But that's all I have for today. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.